Hello, hello, and welcome back as I get ready to engage in a little phantom dentistry here. In Perfidious Beat plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. Operation Ghost Tooth to neutralize a target in an enemy vehicle. Is it just me, or does Ghost Tooth sound like some kind of bizarre dental condition where, despite the fact that all your teeth have been extracted for some reason, you can still feel them in your mouth? Sort of like Phantom Limb, except with teeth. It's like, it's an odd condition, but it's like the kind of thing that you'd hear around the water cooler because it's not deadly enough to be tragic, but it's odd enough to be intriguing for casual conversation. Be like, hey, Bob, man, did you hear about Rick? And he'd be like, nah, man, what happened? Went in for a root canal, got a wicked infection, and wound up having to pull all of his upper teeth. Now, homeboy's got ghost tooth. Bob'd be like, no shit, man, poor guy, ghost tooth? Dude, he's got kids. Yeah, I know, man. Just goes to show, I guess, it can happen to anybody. I'm telling you that you could, on any average Tuesday, around any water cooler anywhere in the central Midwest, you could hear that conversation if ghost tooth was a legitimate phenomenon. Also, are water coolers still a thing? I know they're still a thing because, yes, they're objects and they exist. Just because nobody uses them anymore doesn't mean they spontaneously cease to be. And also, we have one in my office. But despite the fact that I've worked there close to half a decade now, I've never actually seen anybody use that thing. Is it just because bottled water has become kind of ubiquitous, just like we all carry around a bottle of water with us pretty much all the time now? Despite the fact that basically everywhere you go in America, you have ready access to clean, perfectly potable water. I mean, outside of Flint, Michigan, but everywhere else, it's not like water is hard. Why are we all carrying around water? You can get water wherever you're going, unless you're going on a cross-country trip to the desert. That bottle of Dasani you're carrying around probably isn't that necessary. Problems with hydration issues. Anyway, Ava No Tears Perone is going to go on. We're probably, based on the enemy count here, looking at a Chosen on this mission. I'm thinking I don't even remember where we were, but I believe this is El Huntador's territory. We're ready to take him down. If we are going to fight El Huntador, though, that does mean we kind of want to go with a preponderance of available Rangers. I'm thinking Morgan Freeman. Are you bonded, Morgan Freeman? No, not only are you bonded, but you hate everybody. All right. Well, I mean, we could take Thurgood the Bench Marshal. Is he available? Yeah, that's another Ranger. Okay. We could take Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln. I like it. And then we can back that up with maybe a little bit of Grenadier action. I'm leaning toward Lindsay Lowe. Where is Lindsay Lohan, though? She's bonded to Abraham Lincoln. I remember this. Where is Lindsay? There she is. Lindsay 80 Proof Lohan. So that just leaves us needing what? We got a couple Rangers. Actually, we got 3 Rangers. We could probably use a Specialist. Grenadier. No Sniper on this mission. I don't really feel like this is a fight sniper with sniper kind of situation. Who do we have as our best Specialist? Is that little Steve Irwin? Crikey, mate. Looks like it's little Steve Irwin to the rescue there. All right. Okay, so let's make utility items available here. Make all of our weapons available. Armor's available. Do we need to revitalize a soldier? Absolutely not. Okay. Ava, No Tears Perone. What do you got working here? Do we have any weapon upgrades we can give you? I really want to get you an upgraded repeater. Advanced scope. We do have a superior scope we're otherwise not using. Advanced laser sight, superior autoloader, advanced hair trigger. We're not really interested in any of these other things. Really what we just want for you is a big magazine, you know what? Let's give you the superior scope. If nobody else is using it, let's use it. Advanced hair trigger. We need a bigger magazine for you and a better repeater. That's something we got to focus on. We got to focus on getting Ava Perone. Bigger magazine, better repeater. Morgan Kratos Freeman, the god of war himself. The man who even when he hits, he misses. What do we want to give you? Get a hair trigger and a laser sight on this shotgun. Well, we're going to give you the katana, that's for sure. Plasma grenade. Let's give you AP rounds, I guess. Oh, don't we have... Did we not build a war suit, or are we still working on that? Do we have a war suit available? We must still be working on it. AP rounds, katana. I suppose we could back that up with some manner of explosive device. Incendiary bomb is interesting. Maybe we'll just give you a plasma grenade for now. We'll come back to you in a minute, Morgan. Teddy the Bench. You're going to wield our Arashi, though. So let's get you loaded down with the Arashi. Fusion Blade stays. That's fine. The Fusion Blade plays. Talon rounds for anybody wielding the Arashi, and then we can back that up with, I don't know, a battle scanner might not be useful. Might not be this useful. Once we get all of our basically what we need to do is get all of our shotguns allocated. Abraham Lincoln, we want you to have the good shotgun. Where is the good shotgun? Advanced laser sight, advanced expanded magazine. I mean, that's a good-ish shotgun, but I wouldn't say it's the good shotgun. Let's get you some Talon rounds and... You know what? Well, again, we'll come back to your tertiary item. We're still working on things. You look sweet in that black armor, although it kind of doesn't match your hat. It's a little too glossy. You ever consider upgrading in the hat department, Abe? Getting maybe like a glossy black hat, go for the silk topper? Superior expanded magazine. Nothing fooling here. It's just going to be blue screen lines for Lindsay Lowe. Lindsay's got a plasma. You know what? Let's get rid of this plasma grenade and replace that with an incendiary bomb. Incendiary bomb, plasma. Mostly we use our grenadiers for cover destruction, but, you know, a little fire every now and then. Scarecrow doesn't hurt. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of thinking about taking that one back. What's the split? Let's look at the difference between the two. So the incendiary bomb does more damage. Same range. It's got a bigger radius, so it hits a wider area. It shreds too, also. Plasma grenade also shreds too. You know what? Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Hold the incendiary bomb. Plus, we might be able to set the Chosen on fire with it, and it seems like that might be a useful thing to do. Steve Irwin, nothing fancy for you, though. Eh, crikey, Pete, you always say nothing fancy for Steve Irwin. What about Steve, Pete? What about me? What about my needs? Once in a while, Steve likes to feel a little special. Steve likes to feel treasured, Pete. Why can't, when's it Steve's time? When's it my time, Pete? So you definitely want this. We should take some mimic beacons, which means it looks like Morgan Freeman and Thurgood Marshall. You know what? Let's have Morgan Freeman and Abraham Lincoln take that. And honestly, we're going to switch this out. Let's give you some dragon rounds. We'll back you up with the mimic beacon and Morgan Freeman. We'll have you toss the mimic beacon. Good? Good. Yeah, seems acceptable. Let's do this. Pete, I could be giving Morgan Freeman the katana, because Morgan Freeman has accuracy issues, that's why. Figured finally for the man who has a number of Blade Storm swings that he's getting all the time, but for whatever reason can't seem to hit shit with them, we'd give him the katana and negate the whole Morgan Freeman can't do his damn job problem. Well, in my defense, Pete, you know, Morgan Freeman is a powerful, potent, and sexually virile man, but I am still in my 80s. My eyesight, Pete, isn't what it once was when I was back in Shawshank Prison with my friend, Andy Dufresne. Wasted your best years in the joint, huh, Morgan? Bet you regret that shit, don't you? Well, on the plus side, you may have been incarcerated for a crime you did definitely commit, but you never came down with Ghost Tooth at least, so there's that. Neutralize them if necessary. So we got an opportunity here, kill or capture the enemy VIP. If worst case scenario applies and push comes to shove, we'll probably just stab him in the brain or blow up the car that he's in, because he's almost certainly in a vehicle. If things get hairy, we just gonna blow him up. We shouldn't have things getting too terribly hairy right off the bat, and the extraction zone is very conveniently located next to the enemy vehicle, which I like. Alright. Freeman, where's my girl? We brought Ava No Tears Perone on this mission to scout things out for us. We've got an abundance of explodable devices. This, I very much like it. I love it when Ava Perone gets good opportunities to make use of those sweet-ass abilities she got. So what do we got? Alright, we should definitely be able to remote start something up here. So that actually will hit you. That explosion is titanically huge, however, and we run the risk of also hitting Ava Perone. Let's just move up, get into a little better position, see where these guys go, and then if we want to detonate them, we can always detonate them. Steve, let's get you up here. I'm on the move. We don't have a whole lot of cover that's going to be outside the potential blast radius, actually, which is a bit of a problem. Steve has a hack target available. Maybe we hold off a turn. If we can have Ava Perone insta-gib a pod and vaporize it by her own little lonesome self, the advantage we're going to get from that It doesn't wreck our concealment, and as far as I'm aware, the Chosen will not show up until we become unconcealed. He can't show up if he doesn't know we're here. We could also put some people on the roof of this building, which is something else I don't greatly dislike. Abraham Lincoln, come around here first and see if you can peep in this window. I was thinking about coming up here, but I want to make sure there are no enemies in the building that we can't see. Looks like it should be relatively safe. And then Lindsay Lowe, I guess we'll just drop you over here. Running. Let's see how the enemies path. Ideally, they'll path towards us. Oh, there's guys. Are those guys in the building or behind the building? So there's a truckload of people over by the truck. This pod is going to path towards us and right into the exploding danger zone. Still be in the explosion danger zone, though. You guys are in the danger zone. That's beautiful. Be in the danger zone. They may have escaped the danger zone. Yeah, they have taken a ride right out of the danger zone. That's bad for us. Also, we have no path for Ava Perón to make an approach here. That turn could have gone better, I'm not gonna lie. Also, now we can't really see what's over in this neck of the woods. Yeah, we kind of got porked here. We don't want to be up here, because if we blow that while we're up there, it will actually take us to the... You know what? We're going to go down this way.
Go where you tell me. Target is marked.
We know where those guys are going to be, because Ava Perón has eyes on them, so we're going to be able to see them forever. Little area going around this building. You know what? There's... Are you a civilian? Nope, you're a pigeon.
Orders confirmed.
Let's come around over here and see what's going on down this alley. We've got 13 turns still, which is an ample supply of time. Get some guys over here. All right, Thurgood, let's dash you over into the bus stop. Can we get everybody over to the bus stop? Let's just hide out. This is it. We're gonna play nonchalant on this one, guys. We come at this one low key. We just look like we're a bunch of dudes waiting for a bus. 75%. There's a Purifier and an Andromedon around there. Abe, let's put you on Overwatch. Lohan, just come over here and be a man. I am waiting for a bus. That just leaves us Steve Irwin. Crikey, Pete, an nonchalant plan. I don't know if I necessarily like it, but man, could Ava Perón kill like 40 people. She could complete the mission objective and kill everyone. We wouldn't even have to be unconcealed necessarily. That's super tempting. Ava Perón comes in here, drops a shrapnel mine, then blows up that car, then just leaves. It sort of feels like that's a thing we're compelled to try. The rule of cool still applies even when playing XCOM. Sometimes you do a thing not because it's smart, but because it's awesome.
Target identity confirmed.
Yeah, don't worry. Ava Perón's gonna go blow her ass up. This is a little bit risky. Oh, good. There's a sectopod over there. Wow, that's like 8 billion, trillion, zillion enemies in a tiny little wad. Alright, well, Lindsay Lohan, you're gonna have to be, like, ready to do some work here because Jimmy DeSecto, he's over there, and he's waiting for us. We don't want anybody near this gas station in the very likely event that it should decide to explode.
Move, move, move.
Pete, are you saying you're planning on, like, blowing up a gas station? Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm probably going to blow that gas station up. You know what, Thurgood Marshall? You're not even going to be able to see the enemy from over here. So unless you land on a civilian, you didn't. This is actually a safe spot for you to be. We'll put you on Overwatch. Freeman, I mean, we want you close, but again, in the event of catastrophic gas station explosion, having you right near the exploding bit seems like maybe not the greatest thing. Pete says as he puts all of his guys right next to the very explosive gas pump and vehicle. Overwatch for Freeman. Let's see how this pans out. If Ava Prone gets stepped on, by the way, I'm going to be absolutely furious. Andromedon Patrol has patrolled away. I would love for everything else to just stay right near those vehicles.
You cannot run.
I mean, Sectopod, dude, you just stomped your own boy there. Yeah, now's the time for Ava Perone. We can do all of this with one fell swoop. Depending on how big that car blows up, they might all just die. So, car, how big are you going to explode up when we explode you? No. Big enough to catch all of the important bits. Alright, so we throw the shrapnel mine right here. That's going to catch... this may be the greatest explosive device ever deployed by XCOM. Ava Perone can't miss 8 damage when the car explodes, and it will explode. I mean, that was pretty amazing. I don't know how some of these people stayed alive, and shit. Well, okay, Ava Perone has activated the entire universe. That could have been better, but it also could have been a hell of a lot worse. So what do we got then? We got a stun lancer standing out in the open. We got a completely uninjured sectopod. We got a priest. We got an advanced trooper. And most importantly, the enemies are going to have a shit ton of reinforcements. We got to dig our way out of this. Sectopod. Oh, right, we have a sectopod and we brought a shitty grenadier who doesn't actually have any really signature abilities for killing a sectopod, like, say, chain shot. Alright. Bit of an oversight. It has 1 trillion armor. Well, our best bet is still to just have Lindsay Lohan go ahead and chew it up with some blue screens. Lowered its hack defense, but we're not going to be able to hack it. That's simply not going to happen. We're not, in fact, probably even going to try. Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln, you need to give your girl here. Now, back her up a little bit, get her some help. Lindsay Lowe, I want you to take another rip at this sectopod. Can't miss for Lindsay Lowe. Alright, 10 more damage, shredded the rest of his armor. He is very vulnerable now. Steve Irwin, you gonna be able to finish that guy off? Shit, no, he's still got 8 trillion billion hit points. So what do we got back here? We have a purifier. So Morgan Freeman is gonna be very important to this paradigm because Morgan Freeman does have untouchable, correct? Hunter's instincts, untouchable. He does. So we can use Morgan Freeman to absorb a shot if we gotta, and it kind of feels like we gotta because we can't really go that way and trigger any more pods. What is going up here triggering, by the way? Nothing that's up here is going to trigger anything that isn't already triggered by our girl. So Morgan Freeman can kill the stun lancer, but we have other people who can kill the stun lancer. We're definitely going to want to deploy a mimic beacon. That goes without saying. Steve Irwin, what kind of shots are you got here? You can put some damage on the secto. Alright, I like it. You can kill the stun lancer. Those are your only 2 options, huh? Can't miss shot at the sectopod for good damage. Can hit stun lancer. Both of those things are acceptable to us. So Freeman, can you get far enough back to kill this man? The answer is yes, you can. Alright, so I think that's what we're going to do. Morgan Freeman, grab your sword and come over here and chop up this elite shield bearer before he shields. You got to get him pre-shield here. Alright. Well played, sir. Sometimes, Pete, in Shawshank Prison, a bitch gotta get cut. And then, since Morgan Freeman is implacable and untouchable because he got a kill, 2 things we could do. We could move Freeman up here. He's just going to get stasis if we do that. We don't want him stasis. Let's bring him over here and have him deal with the stun lancer and potentially absorb... You know what? Let's put him right here. Potentially he can absorb an extra shot for us as well. Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln. You are probably going to throw a mimic beacon, sir. Thurgood the bench marshal? What do we want out of you then? We could have you come up here and just whip a... You know what? We might have Thurgood Marshall just come up here, stand in the open, and whip a grenade. That will leave him vulnerable to that priest, but that priest is almost assuredly going to do some manner of psychic power. We could also just have him shoot with his Arashi. And he does have an excellent chance of killing or seriously injuring that sectopod. 8 to 10 damage, 52% chance to crit. He gets huge bonus damage on that crit. Steve does not have an exploding grenade. Lindsay Lohan is done. Now, you know, we need more kills than this, actually. It's got to be the plasma grenade, because we... Oh, son of a bitch. Marshall can't throw it far enough. He doesn't have the arm, though. Damn it, Thurgood. Why didn't you play more softball as a kid? This Stun Lancer is dead when he moves. Morgan Freeman's gonna get it. Steve Irwin, at best, can just do damage to the sectopod. That's all he's got. Okay, Thurgood. I hate to use your run and gun for this, but I need you closer enough to the enemy to actually hit them with a grenade. Can't catch... You know what? We gotta kill this man. It doesn't matter. We need that man dead more than we need the sectopod dead. Thurgood juiced him. He does have implacable. You know what, Thurgood? We're gonna have you cover this man too. This way we get 2 swings. I know Morgan Freeman can't miss, but it's still a bigger risk than I'm comfortable taking. Steve Irwin, we're gonna have you do something else here. We're gonna have you aid protocol our boy. You know what? Aid protocol Lindsay Lohan, actually. Steve's aid protocol, I don't know if he has threat assessment or not, but Lindsay's only in half cover. I don't really want her getting shot by a sectoid. Steve is in full cover and is going to take a shot at the sectopod for us. 8 damage. We would have liked to have seen more there, but, you know, takes what you can get. Oh, hair trigger from little Steve Irwin, though. Get him again, Steve. Hell, maybe we'll hair trigger again. Actually, I don't think you can trigger a hair trigger off of a hair trigger. I just said the word trigger a whole bunch of times. And then, I think nothing fancy here. Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln. We probably just have him throw out a Mimic Beacon. We really only need the sectopod and this priest to be able to see it. So let's just chuck it right here. There we go. These guys are going to patrol into us and be like, hey, there's guys over there, and then activate. There we go. Not a problem. They should only be getting scamper moves. It's nice to see one of them was lurking in the gas station. Most curiously, though, let's see if... You know what? Chosen did not show up here. You're dead. Get Blade Stormed. Blade Mastered, Blade Storm. I always confuse those two. Sectopod, what are you doing? You better take a shot at this Mimic Beacon. He's running around like an idiot. It suits me. Take as many move actions as you please. Alright, that looked like a double move and a shot. That's 3 actions, and I think that's the end of the sectopod. I don't believe he's going to get another one. Oh, good. There's another entire pod in the fucking gas station, because of course there is. Every enemy is always in a phone booth. Reinforcements too, huh?
Looks like we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
Seems fair. Can we all get to the extraction point? Because if we can, I'm just gonna leave. This is stupid. I hate these missions that are 8 billion guys in a tiny, tiny, tiny little phone booth. Plus, this entire universe is going to explode when that sectopod dies. Like, this whole gas station is just going to go up in flames. We do need to kill the sectopod, though. We can't leave until we've killed it. This is too many enemies for us to fight. Who can't escape? Steve Irwin cannot escape. Teddy, okay, the bench can escape. Morgan Freeman can escape. I mean, the job is done. We should just go. Abraham Lincoln cannot escape. Lindsay Lohan likewise cannot escape. We could really use a bonus action here for somebody to kill that second one. We could have Ava Perone fall back and remote start. I mean, that's going to blow up the whole fucking gas station, though, but it will kill the sectopod for sure. She does need line of sight to do that. So then it becomes like a fighting retreat, except for she's going to wind up flanking. From almost anywhere Ava Perone can pull off the kill, she's going to wind up flanked. What can you see here? One enemy. She won't technically have cover. We could buy ourselves a little more time if we whipped another Mimic Beacon out. So maybe like we try a fighting retreat here. And then we run. So that, yeah, you know what? That feels like the play. We're going to try a fighting retreat. Ava Perone, come over here. You can't conceal. Why not? You should be able to shadow, though. You can't. We may have to double move you. Steve, what's our hack bonus here? We're not going to be able to hack the sectopod. That's just absurd. We're not even going to try. What's the bonus here? Video feed. Oh boy, bonus vision for our soldiers. Or, yeah, I mean, that's a hack you're going to want to take. Increase soldier vision. Super useful.
Attempting infiltration.
Don't ever talk to me again, Steve. This says we can see an enemy from this tile. What enemy? Is it the sectopod? It is the sectopod. Let's try this. All right, it says... No, we can't see them from here. Can we combat protocol it from here on? Pretty sure we need line of sight for that. Let's... Okay, we got to get close enough to the exit that everybody can bail out. Can we combat protocol it? Not without being able to see. Okay. We're not sticking around. Morgan Freeman can throw a Mimic Beacon from basically anywhere. We just need one person. We need somebody who can kill the sectopod and do it without dying. Lindsay Lohan, how far can you launch a plasma grenade? Like a goodly ways, though. So if we have Lindsay Lohan come back over to, say, here.
I guess that'll be okay.
She should be able to plasma grenade the sectopod. Even though we can't see him. She's going to get him. And the gas pump, too. All right, everybody get the hell out of Dodge, then. Away from the explodables, away from the gas pumps. Lindsay Lohan's going to get the work done for us.
I'm going.
Everybody else fall back. We're getting the shit out of here.
On Overwatch. Whatever you say.
We'll probably... You know, we may not need Morgan Freeman's Mimic Beacon. If nobody can see anybody at the end of this turn, we're not going to need it. Lincoln's on the run. Lohan, are you going to be able to... Lohan is not going to be able to make it, though, next turn. Ava Perone, we need to get you just out of Dodge. You know what? Come hide under this bridge. We could put Steve Irwin on Overwatch, but really what we want to do is just make sure that next turn Steve can get the hell out of here. So it's Overwatch from Morgan Freeman in case anybody jumps down on top of us. And Lindsay Lohan's going to do the dirty. As long as we kill the sectopod, I really think we're going to be okay. We're not going to stay and fight this one out because it's dumb. We're just going to wind up getting somebody injured. We don't need to do that. Let's just cook the entire universe here. This gas station's going to explode for several different reasons. Gas pump completely engulfed in flames. Sectopod blew up because we killed it with a grenade, etc., etc. There's 35 billion enemies on the map that are all active. We really should just go now. Yep, they sure are. Not at all cheap or bullshit that they packed 17 pods into a 4x4 map.
They're moving around the side.
Yeah, well, it's not that big of a problem, Lindsay. None of the other enemies can even see us, and I don't think most of them can even get to a position where they can see us next turn. We may have to kill a few of these guys to buy Lindsay Lohan enough time to escape. More guys coming up. This guy's on fire, but he's immune to it because what are you doing? You cannot see any of my people. Alright then, that's acceptable. If he had stasis someone, I was gonna be just absolutely fucking furious. Got some purifiers running through the flames. You don't get an action, sir. So, Lindsay Lohan, how short are you? Well short is the answer. This plan may not work. We can shadow. Ava Perone, I need to see what's going on up on this bridge. Can you come over here? As long as you're shadowed, you're relatively safe from discovery and safe from damage. And you can still remote start things. You can remote start exactly one thing. You know what? Do it.
So easily set aflame.
This should kill that robot. If it had, yep.
Never escape my sight.
We got him. Okay, beautiful. I kind of feel like we should just buy Lindsay Lohan time and run like hell. Everybody else needs to go. Like, if they can get out, get out. Yep, you know what? That's what we're doing. There's a plan in place. Pete, don't buck the odds on the plan. The plan is in place for a reason. Enact the plan. I'd love to be able to kill that priest as well, but we're not gonna get the opportunity. Can we get anybody to shoot at anything on the way out? Like, anybody take a shot at something? Probably not.
On the move.
Okay, Lohan, don't worry. I'm not gonna just abandon you to die. That seems discourteous. Steve Irwin, you can't do anything more. Go ahead and get out of here. It's right, Pete. Old Steve's on the move. Gonna beat it. Little Michael Jackson-esque there, just gonna beat it. Did you ever think that song was about masturbation, Pete? I mean, you probably did because you're you.
I'm going.
No one wants to be defeated. Okay, Thurgood Marshall, please leave.
Just in time.
Morgan Freeman, you we need for a moment. Lindsay Lohan, I want you as invisible as possible. Can anything see you from this tile? The answer is no.
Go, go, go!
So we're going to put you right here. And then Morgan Kratos Freeman is going to try and buy you some time by throwing a mimic beacon up on top of this bridge. Little parting shot from the Freeman. And then he's going to get the hell out of here. This is too many enemies. We can't fight. If we had a little more map to work with, I would fight these guys. But I'm not going to sit here and fight 85 guys in a teeny tiny phone booth. I'm just sick of that bullshit. I'm tired of every mission being 100 guys in the smallest possible area you can fit on a map. Well, there goes our mimic beacon. Well, I had hoped that one of these pods might activate first, because now this guy's just going to come down and stasis Lindsay Lohan, and she's going to get killed. There's really not going to be anything we can do about it. The rest of the team is confused because they have so many actions, they're not sure what to do with them. That guy just double moved. Alright. Yep, Lindsay's going to get stasised. Oh, he's going to Holy War our Purifier that already moved. Well, good. All we have to worry about now is Overwatch, which Purifiers don't get. And this should be the only other person who even has a chance to get close enough to Lohan to do anything. He's going to set her on fire. Alright. All things considered, that could have gone worse. Yeah, you're a little bit singed there, Lohan. You're getting cooked up a bit. Oh, don't worry, Firebrand. In this case, Firebrand couldn't have been more appropriately named. Why is that guy so hard to hit? Fence, high cover. All right, Lohan. I mean, you may as well take a parting shot here. You know what? Shoot the priest, because they're irritating and I hate them. Alright, we missed. Time to go then. The jig is up. Lindsay Lohan has been thoroughly cooked. I prefer my Lindsay Lohans to be, well, honestly, I want my Lohan well done. This is actually the preferred way for us to enjoy a Lindsay Lohan. Because, let's face it, with Lohan, you want to cook it all the way through. You don't know what might be lingering in that meat. You can't afford a half-cooked Lohan. That's a risky proposition, man.
Status confirmed.
That's meat you want cooked all the way through. So we neutralized the target. We beat Feet before the beating got too severe. Those pods at the end, it's just, you know, it wasn't egregious until the fucking reinforcements showed up, and then it's just like, okay, this has gone from stupid to egregiously stupid. It's gone from stupid to profane, really.
Peacekeepers slain by XCOM dissidents.
Hey, I only killed like 5. And a civilian. Or several civilians, because I think a couple may have died in that gas station explosion. But omelets and eggs, lady. Omelets and eggs.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing, you can bet they're still in the fight.
The Leva Perone picking up a promotion? Good. What do we got here? Why can't I see any of these abilities? You know what? Before I buy anything, I want to know what they do, so we'll just bail out of whatever busted interface we got going on there. We recovered no items and we killed Daria Wozniak. Somewhere in Silicon Valley, a tech magnate is shuddering. Got 314 supplies for our troubles. That's good. We actually were in need of some supplies. Is there anything down in the armory apart from this promotion that we really want? We can go shopping a little here. Remote soldier. So what do we got? Highlands, an additional claymore. Love that ability. Banish, also absolutely fucking amazing. And Shredder, vector rifle attack, shred armor. I kind of want all of these. We're taking Highlands for certain, and we're definitely taking Banish. Because that chains into Annihilate, which we're going to want. Distraction we don't care about. Needle, I actually like Needle, but Soul Harvest is not good. Hollow Targeting is interesting, but not a must. Shredder, take it or leave it. Banish, though, yeah, we want that. We burned 3 of the XCOM points that we had, and honestly, I feel like that was a worthwhile pick, because that Banish and a Repeater makes Helen Keller potentially able to kill any target in one shot. Or rather, one salvo of fire, which is why we want to get her an extended mag in, and also, like a superior Repeater if we can find one. Lindsay Lohan's out for 2 days, thanks to the light singeing she took. No big deal there. Nice to see Norman Borlaug down here, so riding the pine. Yeah, suck it, Borlaug. Let's go back to the armory. Or rather, engineering. Is there anything we need to build? I remember us needing some stuff, but not having enough money. I don't care about any of those things. Nanoscale vest? Nope. Maybe we built everything we were interested in. Oh, you know what? We needed those for like a war suit. Is that not what it was? No, we're actually building a war suit.
With Advent, living in the colonies. So why the sudden change of heart?
I don't know, Lily. I'm honestly pretty confused about our sudden change of heart. In fact, so confused I'm just going to bail on a conversation because I don't like things that make me uncomfortable. We have a supply drop available. Alloys and Illyrium, we're going to want those. What else? Were you working on something? No, we weren't working on that. We were building a radio relay, correct? Yeah, alright. Well, let's just get back to that. We do have a supply drop, but for 159 supplies, honestly, I sort of can't be bothered. We'll get to it when we get to it. Spare parts 1, Proving Ground projects reduced by 20%. We can, alright, I mean for 2 days, sure, we could use a little intel, I guess. Then we're gonna have to start cracking into some autopsies, I guess.
Quite fascinating. I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Dr. Tigan's just hoping there's some weird niche alien porn cached on this tablet. What do you got going here now? We've got 122 intel. Not bad. Experimental weapons is inspired. It only takes a day. Well, we've only had these things on the craft for the whole campaign, basically, and we've been too lazy to bother researching them, so I guess we'll take a day to knock them out of the way.
We might as well keep it up, Commander.
Hey, Justin Bieber and Jesus Christ finally got a promotion, and we got Lorenzo DeLuca Reaper. Hell yeah.
I'm not all that happy about it, but one of my best people has decided to come join your crew after that last covert action.
I'm just that damn good, Jonathan Frakes. Let's assign a new covert action. Breakthrough research. Improve swords. Probably gonna do that one. Gaining resistance contact, we don't really need. Gaining ability points, we would like to do. Hunting the warlock, we need to do. But I think we have not even started on the hunter, though. That's bad. We should start on the hunter. If only to get another order from the Templars, we should start on the hunter. But breakthrough research, though. Better swords. Improved auto pistols is also... I kind of want both of these. Do we have a... We don't by chance have a promotion anywhere, do we? Anywhere? Promotion? Promotion? No. Promotion? No. Promotion? No. Anybody. Anywhere. Got a promotion. Nope. We can get +4 hacking and that's it. Okay. I mean, we got some people to spare here. Let's go take care of Bieber and Christ first. Normally those words go in a sentence in the other fashion. It's usually Christ, Bieber. It's usually the way it goes. So let's get this promotion taken care of. We'll figure out who Lorenzo De Luca is later. What are we going to do? We're going to take remote start because it's amazing. What else we got? Shrapnel's really good. Target definition I also like. First off, though, we're going to take shrapnel. Let's get the critical abilities first. Distraction, no. Silent killer, yes. Sting is pretty good. Soul Harvest, I don't like at all. Kill Zone is pointless. Let's take Sting because we have to take something. And then we could get Highlands and Banish both. And we still have 12. Got 12 left. Well, let's just pick up target definition. We got this guy exactly where we want him, and it required us to spend no XCOM AP at all. Lorenzo De Luca, I think you and I are going to be fast friends. In the meantime, though, Christ and Bieber got some shit to do here. All right, babyface, let's get you promoted. What'd you pick up? Take some heavy ordnance, I guess. Bieber, you know, you have 15 AP. I guess we'll just pick you up holo targeting while you're here. We can train you up in a minute. Let's get Jesus promoted first. Pete, how do you get promoted from Son of God? That's a good question. I'm not really sure where you go from there. Jesus also still has a slight fear of the Chosen. Jesus is apparently the... Oh, right. He's a sniper who refuses to kill. I remember his bit. We're going to give you long watch, Jesus. And a weapon upgrade? You're never going to fire it. Why would we upgrade it? Jesus is like, no, Pete, you got to turn the other cheek. I refuse. I will not harm my fellow human being. And you know what? Fine, Jesus. Conscientious objector. It's okay. All right, Jesus. I can see where you're coming from. Hopefully you'll have sort of a moderating influence on Justin Bieber. If I'm going to be honest, that would not be a bad thing. Death from above is really good for the Biebs. Better than the holo targeting. It's unlike the, you know, Death from Above I would buy for Grenadier because that's actually a fantastic ability. But I'm not spending any of our XCOM with Justin Bieber is gifted. The ironies of vagary and chance. I'm not going to actually spend any XCOM AP on Bieber. I don't think the odds of him getting to high enough rank to ultimately be useful are supremely high. I mean, mostly he's just going to be going on covert action after covert action after covert action. Who do we want to get +4 hacking? How long is this? 7 days. Do I want to take Kim K out of the rotation for 7 days? Kind of the answer is no. Steve Irwin is too tired, though. He'll be back in 5. Do we have another specialist? We're rocking 2 specialists, huh? Well, if we set Kim Kardashian and Reb Brown on the mission, which we could do, they will drop the downtime, I think. We send Reb Brown to negate the chance that a soldier is wounded. Shouldn't this reduce the amount of time it takes? Shouldn't it come down to 6 days? I mean, I want Kim to get +4 hacking because, frankly, she needs it. Kind of don't want to take her out of the... I mean, we can't pass on improved swords, those two. Any scientist will do. We have like 50 idle. Andrea White, that's fine. She's already bonded. You know what? Reb Brown, go ahead. Do this. You guys got this together. You're in this. It's, you know what? It's a honeymoon for Kim Kardashian and Reb Brown. Can we upgrade this thing anymore? apparently we already have all of the upgrades. All right, back to scanning then. We need a week here to get little Kimmy back. Actually, what we need is 5 days so we can have any specialist.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Yeah, fantastic. Boy, look at all those things we got that we're never going to use. Well, you know what? We might use the Frost Bomb, I guess. The Shadow Keeper isn't an abominable piece of trash. Spectre Autopsy, Berserker Autopsy, Gatekeeper Autopsy. If we're going to do an autopsy, it should be the Sectopod breakdown. It's going to take us 11 days.
Our troops took to calling this large robotic unit a sectopod, under the initial assumption that it was being controlled by a sectoid pilot. On closer inspection, we can see that is not the case.
Allow me to present an alternative hypothesis, Dr. Tigan, and that Sectopod's just sort of a holdover there from the previous game.
Seems to be entirely autonomous.
You know, Mactoids, or whatever the hell they were called. Mactoids, I believe. Yeah, that were real irritating. Mactoid Leviathan.
While most of my involvement in the chip development
Never forget the time that Atlas King mind-controlled one and then used it to kill an entire pod of aliens with its bullshit reaction fire. That was pretty awesome. Remember the days back when Atlas King was one of the premier troopers instead of just some random corporal specialist? Those were the days, weren't they? Those were the days. Alright, let's go hit this alien wreckage then. I know we still have supplies sitting on the ground, but Illyrium and alloys are more useful for us than 159 supplies. That supply drop will still be there when we're done. It's like our fallback girlfriend, you know, you get the girl you really, really, really want to take to the prom, but you got your backup girl just in case that falls through. And good, we sent Kim Kardashian out on a mission just in time to get a resistance. Okay, alright, well, we're going to be doing that retaliation mission, but that'll have to happen next time. Steve Irwin is out. Atlas King may actually go on a mission. Here we are talking about him. Speak of the devil, and there he is. Speak of the devil appears, probably wearing a very, very overpriced pair of shoes, or possibly appearing in a movie starring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to know what I'd look like in a pair of expensive, overpriced, probably open-toed shoes, because it's just how I roll, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to crack out the old credit card and hit up the Prada shop. I'll see you again soon.